Okay, so part 2 of my Infinity War review. Now keep in mind that this is my spoiler review, so if you haven't seen it, definitely go watch it. It is amazing. And right now my favorite movie of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. But yeah, I'm gonna go full details of the movie, so if you haven't seen it, this might be your time to leave and come back later. Okay, so let's do this. Okay, so like I mentioned in my non-spoiler review, my only complaint about Avengers Infinity War was the Black Order. As I call them, they were these pretty much these mini bosses. But that doesn't mean that I completely didn't like them, like I hate them, cause I pretty much liked them. My only problem was that they weren't really like we didn't really learn that much from these characters and who exactly they are. But surprisingly, my personal favorite was Ebony Maw. I actually thought it was gonna be my least favorite, but it was my favorite. I just love how he always monologues like before Thanos kills someone, like "Who, your savior is here. Do not worry, your dead will come by the Mad Titan Thanos." Like I just love that. That was really funny. I also love how Tony Stark just called him Squidward. But yeah, it was my favorite. He was him and also Proxima Midnight. I feel like out of all the four, if you're talking about the strongest, I think it was Proxima Midnight. And I did like all the scenes she appeared in, where she pretty much just shows how a threat she is. Other two were Corvus Glaive and Black Dwarf, or as they call in this movie, called Obsidian. Actually, they don't refer them by name in this movie. Just they only refer to name Ebony Maw. They don't call the characters by their names in this movie. But with the merchandising, they call this character called Obsidian instead of his comic book name. But yeah, it was pretty much just there to give the Avengers a fight. That was the only thing he was there for. And literally the only thing that Corvus Glaive did was just trying to steal the Mind Stone from Vision. That's only it. That's the only thing he did. But one thing I do like about Corvus Glaive is that I was reading the cast and he is played by Michael James Shaw. And now we have another actor who has played different roles in superheroes like media. Because he plays Corvus Glaive in this movie, but he also played Papa Midnight in the Constantine TV series. Of course, we see at the beginning of the movie that Thanos has the Power Stone. I wish the movie would have shown where he got it, but I understand why they cut that scene. Would have made the movie much more longer. And just at the intro scene right there, you pretty much just see how a boss Thanos is. As he pretty much just beats down the Hulk with like three fists or something, and then Hulk is on the ground. And yeah, now I think about it, I do have another complaint in this movie, which is that we pretty much only have Bruce Banner in this movie. Like, no offense to Mark Ruffalo, he's a great actor. But when you have a shot like this in the trailer, that doesn't appear in the movie. Like, Hulk never appears in Wakanda. He's always in Bruce Banner in the Hulkbuster suit. Which is a shame because I would have liked to see more of Hulk in this movie. But of course, our first casualty in the movie is Heimdall. Like, it was kind of obvious he was gonna die, but yeah, you have our first emotional death right here. Cause in the Thor movies, like, he and Loki are my favorite characters. And speaking of Loki, the second casualty of the movie, rest in peace, Loki. You always remember as one of the best Marvel villains. I have a question though. What happened to Valkyrie, Korg, and Meek? Cause they didn't show what happened to them though. Did they got away? Did they die? I guess they're not gonna show that. Maybe in Avengers 4. But yeah, I'm still curious to know what happened to these three. That first fight scene with Iron Man and Bruce Banner with Doctor Strange and Wong, against Obsidian and Ebony Maw. It was great. Then Spider-Man even arrives later. So if that first scene pretty much just showed how that nobody's safe in this movie, this fight scene that comes next just showed how action-packed the movie is. That scene where Spider-Man like gets the Iron Spider suit was amazing, pun intended. Then of course Ebony Maw dies. You get that Aliens reference. I feel though like I'm a bad person because I haven't seen. You're not gonna believe this. I haven't seen any of the Alien movies. I've just seen the bad ones, like Resurrection, the new one, Alien Covenant. I was in the bad movies of Aliens, but eventually I will watch them. Don't worry. You pretty much then have the best entrance of the movie by Captain America, Steve Rogers. Like that scene with the train passing and him just standing there in the corner, then comes out to the light. Like that scene, incredible. Then you have that scene with Thanos and Gamora as a child. I knew that was a flashback. Well, I mean, duh, obviously it's a flashback. That's what you think of when you see the trailer. But I meant to say that, like, I knew that was gonna be. It wasn't gonna show up in the beginning. It's just gonna show up later in the movie. Of course, then Thanos gets the. What's this one called again? The Reality Stone. And I'm not sure if the Collector is dead. We don't really see him, we just see him as an illusion from the Reality Stone. But yeah, I think he is dead. Because if Thanos got the stone, then that means he pretty much just killed the Collector. We finally learn where the Soul Stone is. It's on the planet Boromir. And honestly, I didn't know where to put, like, it was hidden. So I decided to put, like, it was guarded by an amazing return in this movie by the Red Skull. Like, this scene was great. Like, I haven't seen this character since the first Captain America movie. You're wondering, like, is he dead? Did he vanish somewhere in space? So yeah, it was nice seeing the Red Skull again. Not played by Hugo Weaving, though. I searched the cast. He was played by this character from The Walking Dead. Okay, just because I'm a fan of The Walking Dead doesn't mean I know the characters' names. But yeah, he was played by this character from The Walking Dead. I do know the actor's name is Liam O'Brien, though. Okay, maybe I googled that. Of course, the third death of the movie is Gamora. Of course, I think that we're not gonna get... she's not gonna be coming back. I think she's dead. But in this scene, of course, Thanos gets the Soul Stone as well. This part just left me shocked. Two reasons. First off, they killed Gamora. And second, that Thanos just now has 4 stones. I thought that he wasn't gonna get, he was gonna get just like 3 of them. But now this scene just like, Thanos is gonna definitely get all of them. Or at least 5. Then you have a surprise cameo appearance by General Ross. I still hate this character. Then of course the Rocket Raccoon eye gag finally plays off when he gives Thor an eye he stole. And now Thor has the other eye back. A new one. Of course, there were rumors that Peter Dinklage was going to be in this movie. He has of course played a Marvel character before as Bulwark Trask in X-Men to the Future Past. But in this movie he plays Atri, the head of the dwarves that forged Thor's hammer in the Dabbler. And this movie he forges Thor's new weapon, Stormbreaker. That battle on Titan was definitely, in my opinion, the best fight in the movie. I mean, they could have beaten Thanos right there if it wasn't for Star-Lord. Like, I used to like Star-Lord, but I don't like him anymore. Okay, I'm mad with him. The only way I forgive him is if he makes a great, awesome X-Men 3 in Guardians 3. If he survives, though. Of course, you almost have that you almost have that almost Iron Man dead in the movie. That was like, yo, that scene was like so intense. I was like, no way they kill Iron Man. That death would have been like the one that would have completely broke me in the movie. But of course he doesn't die. Thanos spares him when Doctor Strange gives him the Time Stone. Don't have that amazing battle in Wakanda. And just gotta say, that scene with Rocket and Bucky, perfect. Of course, the rest of the Black Order members die in this battle. I would definitely say, though, my second favorite fight scene in the movie was all the ladies against Proxima Midnight. Also, perfect. Of course, Vision then dies. Which actually, that bothers me. Is that, like, Doctor Strange, he just fought to the end to keep his stone safe. Vision was always like, oh no, you gotta kill me, destroy the stone, so Thanos can get it. Just kill me. Just whining all the time, like, excluding that badass scene where he kills Corvus Glaive. Vision just sucked in this movie. No offense to the actor Paul Bettany, who gives a great performance as a character. Of course, then Thanos now has all the Infinity Stones. By the way, I also forgot to mention that scene where Thor arrives in Wakanda was like one of my favorites as well. So freaking badass. And Thor just throws a hammer at Thanos. It could have killed him, but then he's like, "You should have aimed for the head." He snaps his fingers, and we have a lot of casualties now. Some I predicted, some I didn't. In a brief resume, Spider-Man's death made me cry. Like, as you all know, I'm not a big of fan of this version of Spidey. But that scene, man, just... If you didn't cry in this scene, then you're definitely not human. Or you're like one of those people who knows that he's probably gonna come back. But still, that scene. Then you have the after credit scene where, of course, Nick Fury and Maria Hill show up, only to disappear as well. But you do get that teaser of Captain Marvel, who is getting her movie next, I think, like in March of next year. Can't wait to see that. But yeah, Infinity War. Did you see it? What do you think about it? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and share. If you're new here, subscribe. And click the bell button so you don't miss any videos. I'll see you next time. Bye everyone.